It is August 31st. Welcome on in to Daily Cards Live here on ClaimsOnline.com, presented by Mungenast St. Louis Acura and Royal Banks of Missouri. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey. And Rammer, the Reds, as we've mentioned before, the Reds now have opened the door for the Cardinals, and they're saying, hey, guys, come on in. We got 2 more games against you. We want to let you in. And tonight we'll see if the Cardinals want to kick it open or just close it behind the Reds themselves.
Well, I think you were right about last night and the ramifications in the rest of the wild card race in the National League. While this is a Cardinal-centric show, it really is. There were 4 teams playing for one spot: the Reds, the Padres, the Cardinals, and the Phillies. And I think whereas your gut keeps telling you every time the Cardinals blow a game they should have won, oh, well, that's it. We're done. Forget it. We stink. It's over. These other 4 teams are just as mediocre. And so it could last a little while longer. One or more of these 4 teams could go on even modest losing streaks and still be in it. So this is going to be an interesting one. And but for the present and the near future, tonight and tomorrow, the Reds do have their best 2 starters going.
They do. That starts with Sonny Gray tonight, and then tomorrow they'll throw Wade Miley out there on the mound. But it's a 5:40 start time again today, and you saw yesterday John Lester go out there and put out his best performance as a member of the Cardinals. 6 1/3 inning with only 1 hit, and that 1 hit being a home run. So after that, nothing was allowed after that. But on the other side, the Cardinals bats, they were pretty quiet too. Paul Goldschmidt. Yeah, Paul Goldschmidt continued his hot streak, and now he's hot. He's hot. He's hitting the ball well. You're waiting for Arenado to come up and join him to get that promised hot streak of both guys at the same time at some point. And only 1 month left in the season. It's now or never.
Well, the Cardinals have lengthened their lineup a little bit, but nobody is being dominant other than Goldschmidt. But they are getting more contributions. Tommy Edman, as we talked about. And how about this? He drew a walk yesterday.
That was a big sticking point for you early in the season.
Maybe he's turned the corner a little bit. So we'll see. The thing now, I don't mean to be the rain on the parade guy, but we try and be fair and balanced. Oh, wait a minute, somebody else has that. Goldschmidt has not hit Sonny Gray historically. He's got like 1 or 2 hits in close to 20 at bats, something like that. So can the guy carrying you right now break through against a foe that has done very, very well against him? I think those are you look for some things like that. Or can the rest of your lineup pick Goldie up? He's been carrying them. Can other guys pick him up? And that's probably more realistic.
Yeah, you have a game tonight against Miles Michaelis. It's his 3rd start of the season. You would think that some of the big arms in the bullpen are going to be coming in fresh tonight. I wonder which direction they are going to go come 9th inning. We saw Giovanni Gallegos yesterday get the ball. I think most of that was because of rest for Reyes, was because of not wanting to overuse him. But Gallegos went out there and went 1, 2, 3 in the 9th. What do you do this evening if it's another save situation and you get to that 9th inning?
To sort of paraphrase Tony La Russa, I don't have to make that decision now, but actually you do have to think about it, because the good part of your point is, okay, you got the lead late. That's a good problem to have. But for the Cardinals, as we've seen, you're 100% correct. It is a problem. I think you got to go back to Gallegos, depending on who he's faced. And I know I should have looked up what he's done against the Reds and look at some matchups there. And that'll be real key for them. But assuming he's had even a modicum of success about against the hitters who he might face in the 9th, I think you probably go back to him.
Yeah, I don't know what I do right now. I said it yesterday. You have that's where you and I could sit here and we can armchair it all we want, but that's where the manager gets paid to go there and look the guys in the eyes and talk to them and figure out which direction to go with that. I think we could sit here and we could say which way he should go, but I feel like that's one where only Mike Schilt's going to know when he walks around that locker room here in an hour or so and he looks at these guys in the eyes and he talks to them and sees how they're feeling to where he is going to make that decision in that moment.
A couple of things. You sort of want to be critical of Mike in the that he sticks to the winning formula, even when some numbers or a guy hasn't been pitching well lately, kind of goes against it. Over the decades, it's probably 90% or higher. Relief pitchers will tell you they like to know what their role is. They like to know how to prepare, for whom to prepare night to night. But it's up to the manager to make the decision, is tonight the night to stick to that formula, or is a given player, Reyes or whomever, he looks like he's been scuffling, feeling for it. Is he tired? You got to rely on your coaches. You got to be able to communicate with your players. This is why managing is hard. You can't just go by the numbers.
You yesterday you saw, as you talk about the bullpen use and trying to figure it out, you saw TJ McFarland come in a really tough spot, and he, you know what, he got the Reds to hit into situations that got him out of it. So, Nolan Arenado makes a heads up play at third. Not the best base running by Joey Votto in that situation, but I think as Danny Mac pointed out on the broadcast, I don't think Joey Votto could have made it back to third base with where that ball was hit. I think Arenado tags him out at third if Votto isn't going on contact just based off a lead, and being able to get out of that inning unharmed where he did. And you continue to see Luis Garcia just pitched really, really well. As I'm looking at his last 10 games that he has appeared in, he has dropped his ERA since August 14th, has dropped his ERA from 4.76 to 2.66.
What if he got the close opportunity tonight? If it was two or three right-handers in a row, would that upset your cornflakes?
Who's the guy they brought in that closed out the game against the Dodgers, where O'Neill made the saving, the home run saving catch, or the catch against where he crashed into the wall? That's just showing you the name of the relievers that they have brought in this year that you just don't remember. And I'm trying to think what the guy's name is. I don't even know if he's still in the 26-man roster right now, which, by the way, goes to 28 guys tomorrow. September call-ups this year, instead of the 40-man rosters, they're just going up to 28 on the year. So expect, I would say, another arm,
maybe an arm and a bat. But knowing them, they may go two arms.
I think they need to go two arms. I really think they need to go
two arms. Whoa, hold the phone, Chuck.
Yeah.
In the golden age of baseball, it was extravagant when you carried 10 pitchers. Then they went to 5 starters. Then, for most of my time coming up and following the game as a kid, 5 starters, 6 relievers was kind of that perfect number. And if you had a couple of those were lefties, you had a long man, you had a closer, a setup guy, it worked out really well. You're talking about having 15 pitchers? Are you kidding me? 15 pitchers?
I think 2 more. Doesn't that make it 16?
Why do you need 15 pitchers?
Have you seen this pitching staff?
So just throw more crap against the wall? First of all, I don't mean that. I think the pitching over the course of the year has been pretty darn good. June was one of those anomalies where they were reeling from injuries. But when you look at what they've done fairly consistently most of the year, how can you possibly use 10 relievers and keep guys sharp? How?
I think the last time you referred to pitching as crap, I think that was the John Lester and J.A. Happ acquisitions. And so far, those have turned out well. So I will continue to keep having your crap thrown against the wall if it means we're just going to get more outings like we have out of Hap and Lester since
That's
they've become
good.
Cardinals.
But are they going to relieve too? You'll have 10 relievers. I mean, come on. What are we doing?
Schultz been begging for help out of that bullpen for 3 months. So the more arms that he has to throw out there, the better. Sonny Gray goes for the Reds tonight. Every time I look at Sonny Gray, and I don't know why it is, I feel like Sonny Gray is the name of a left-handed pitcher. I see the name Sonny Gray, and I think he should be a lefty. And then I see him out there throwing right-handed, and it doesn't make any sense to me, especially when he was on the A's. Sonny Gray pitching for the Oakland Athletics should have been a lefty.
You know what? That is a really strange point to make, yet I get it. So I think over the course of this season, you have infected me.
All these games we've done, though, I still can't do the Royal Banks reads as good as you do, Rammer.
Well, Royal Banks has been around for over 50 years. Believe it or not, me too. No, but Royal Banks has offered more consistent service than anybody in the market, and they continue to grow, including 2 locations across the river, Royal Banks of Missouri, also in Jerseyville and Granite City. And at every location, you'll find what you find everywhere with every branch at Royal Banks, and that is service that makes each branch feel like your hometown bank. Get on board with Royal Banks. Call them 314-212-1500 or go online to royalbanksofmo.com. It's Royal Banks, where better service means better banking. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Rammer, I think you and I are both sporting brand new hats today.
Show me what you got.
I picked this up as I was walking around the expo at the triathlon. I saw this and immediately had to buy it.
That Communist China? What is that?
That's the Chicago flag, Rammer. You know that. Let's not start
the little
political
flag
wars here. But yeah, the Chicago skyline on there as with the Chicago flag with their colors, and I had to buy it immediately as soon as I saw it sitting there.
That is a pretty good lid. I went with a lid I just got last week from my friend, head softball coach at St. Louis University, Christy Canoyer, and let me turn that so you can see it. Oh, wrong side. There you go. Softball. Blue softball. And nice Nike lid. Very happy about it. And they're going to have a good season. The colleges play a little looser fall schedule, and then they get after it in the spring. So they've got a nice little ballpark on the St. Louis University campus. So hope folks get out and when the weather's nice and take a look at SLU softball.
You're also, I know you are the advocate here on this show for all SLU sports, Rammer, but the soccer team, I saw they are ranked nationally right now, right? Are they 16th, I think, in the nation?
Yeah, they started off red hot. The women's team, conversely, and Katie Shields, their head coach, had some inner turmoil on her team, suspended several key players, and took losses, but stood by her resolve that her players and their team are going to act on and off the pitch as the Billikens intend them to act. And so they slip back from their number 21 ranking, but they'll get back to it. They're good, but you really appreciate a coach who stands by their beliefs, even if it costs them. And so both men and women's soccer at SLU doing well.
Very nice. We will talk tomorrow, Rammer, our first show of the month of September. 1 month left in the baseball season. And hopefully we are talking about the Cardinals inching that much closer to a wild card spot. Until then, he is Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. This has been Daily Cards Live, presented by Mungenast St. Louis Acura and Royal Banks of Missouri, right here on ClaibsOnline.com.
St. Louis Acura is excited to announce the opening of our newly remodeled service lounge. We sell pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models and take pride in servicing what we sell. We offer free pickup and delivery service and a complimentary car wash and vacuum with every service. We also have a full-service reconditioning shop on site that can repair dents, bumpers, and wheels. As the nation's only 29-time Acura Precision Team winner for customer satisfaction, we work every day to make St. Louis Acura better than ever for you.